I don't know if you remember, but I told you that I got rid of third party and my husband came in saying everything that I affirmed for. I was so excited because I actually did that. My mind started going back with the doubtful thoughts very quickly, especially when I saw things I didn't like and affected my self concept as well because his family didn't like me in the past. Okay, we'll get rid of that fucking story about the family, darling. And it started to reoccur again after I apologized to his mum for the past. And my husband thinks that I didn't mean the apology and it's right back to where it was before. Well, why did you even apologize? That's a whole lot of you thinking you're not good enough still and you have to apologize for shit. My self concept went right back down the toilet when he started accusing me of things. They just kept coming and I kept reacting and I shouldn't have been. They were just awful things. And now my self concept went right back down the toilet. Well, darling, look, if the 3D is throwing you and you're back to the way it used to be, then you haven't seen the new him enough and you haven't worked on you enough to be the new you who doesn't beat herself up anymore, doesn't think she's done anything wrong, doesn't need to over apologize for things that don't matter anymore. You've got to be in the new state of you where everyone loves you, the family approves, he approves, you haven't done anything wrong, but you're still in the state of, oh, even though I'm back here and it's all seeming great, I've got to apologize for the past. You're living in the past still. And so the past is still showing up because you haven't got rid of that fucking story. Guys, if you don't get rid of the story of the past and you keep over apologizing, the over apologizing, trust me, because I used to over apologize a lot, is you feeling not good enough and feeling like you do things wrong. And if you've got this predominant assumption that you do things wrong, then everyone will treat you like you do things wrong and tell you off and blame you and accuse you because you feel like you do things wrong. And then you'll go to apologize to people and they won't even apologize back because you're taking all the blame because I've done something wrong. I used to do that all the time. I used to apologize to my dad. We used to get in fights. I'd apologize. He never apologized because I got this presumption that I do things wrong. When half the time I was apologizing about shit that I didn't even do wrong. What are you doing that for? That's a whole lot of I do things wrong thinking. You've got to rework on that, darling, because that's what that's coming from. And no one can show up any different. And all they'll do is blame you, accuse you, and think you're doing something wrong because you think you're wrong. Stop that. They can only mirror you. What are you thinking inside you? Beating yourself up, blaming yourself, thinking you do things wrong, thinking you're not enough, thinking you have to prove yourself, thinking. That's where that's coming from. And all they can do is reflect that. So until you change that thinking in you, they'll show up that way, the family and him. Got it?